Hey Aries, I'm Leona Nicole Black, and this is your general tarot reading for August 2019. We're going to get straight to things, but a couple of notices. I'm no longer offering private sessions, so you can't get personal reading with me. If you're feeling competitive, Aries, as you usually are, you're feeling like you want to come out and play, I do have my astrology games night, ASTROMIXER, next week, Friday, the 30th it is. Ooh, a lot of traffic noise there. Next week, Friday 30th, it is going to be at the Curtin Hotel. It's for adults only. It is super fun. You should really come. Okay, so, and there's more about that on my Instagram page if you are curious. Now, you have the Seven of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles, and you have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like, Aries, you have really been putting a lot of effort into something. You have been pushing, showing up, working hard, not giving up, really seeing something through. It can also be the effort of perseverance, it feels here. Okay, so the thing about you is you're actually quite a good initiator, but you're not always the best at following something through. Your energy or your interest can wane, but I feel here you've been like, nope, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep plodding on with this. It is clarified with the Eight of Wands here, Aries, so it's like you're wanting to see growth, expansion, change in circumstances or experience, new experiences for you, going out. This can be travel particularly as well, or waiting to hear news back. This energy can be, so really just like persevering to get to the next stage of something. And you have the Page of Pentacles here with the Sun card, and it's just saying you're optimistic. You've been remaining optimistic about your gifts, about your skills, about your ideas, about a relationship, whatever it is. You've just been like, I can make this work, I can see it happening. I'm, opening up to new possibilities, and I'm ready and willing to work at the things that are involved in these new opportunities. But you also have the Ace of Swords, which came up with your energy, Mars in Aries, as the clarifier here. So with these two cards, Aries, it's like you have been applying yourself, you've been diligent, it looks like you've been pushing forward, but there is a missing piece of information here. And I feel like you've been trying to compensate for what you don't know with sheer will, just being like, okay, well, I'll figure it out as I go along, or just kind of like plodding, or, just being like, pushing the thing forward. But I feel like the more you do that is actually the more you're endangering the thing that you're trying to create. This is a kind of a wake-up call. Of course it is, because you have the Judgment card here in reverse. Something you've missed, a communication that has been trying to come through to you, a revelation, an understanding about something, a piece of the puzzle that you currently don't have, and you need it. We'll look at this energy a bit more deeply in the extended reading and see what it is that you're possibly missing right now. But you're definitely making up for it with intention, with energy, with brute force, with passion, with drive. And there is a need to take some inventory, take stock as we're moving into Virgo season, so that you can make sure that you're not missing something really critical to the next stage for you. Because this card is clarified with the High Priestess energy here. So this Judgment energy is coming through the intuition. There's something prodding you. With you, it feels like it is in the body. It doesn't feel like an intellectual kind of intuition. It may be a gut feeling, it may be a foreboding, it may be a restlessness, but there's just something that is in your experience in the physical realm that is trying to tell you, hey, look at that detail again, hey, go over that again, go back to that, check that thing. And I don't think that you've caught the vision, caught the message. And so here comes Six of Wands in reverse, my babes, with the Princess of Swords here. This is what was a successful path, or something that was on the route to going well, almost turning upside down for you. And it's interesting because you start with the Seven. So I feel like part of the reason that you're putting all of this effort in, Aries, is because you've missed the fact that it's like you took not a wrong turn, it's not a wrong turn in life, but if you've ever been on the motorway and you miss your exit, and so you have to go all the way to the next one, maybe come off, loop back around, drive back down, come off, loop back around. That's what's going on with you. That's why it's so much effort to get somewhere. And we need you to see when the right exit's coming up, when the right doorway, the right path for you is here. Because what's happening now with the Page of Swords is like dealing with additional difficulty dealing with harder circumstances than is necessary here. That's what this energy is about, for in the context of this reading specifically, and it is because of what the information you don't have. Okay, so it's like this would be like showing up to a meeting and being asked questions, and you're like, well, like trying to blag it, Aries. You know you don't know. Okay, there's just this energy of like a lot of overcompensation for what is not understood. So I'm going to pick this up as well in the extended reading and see what's going on. Like, what is it what are you doing to overcompensate? How can you balance that out? How can you tap into your intuition here? Because you have additionally, and I feel like a lot of the beginning of that reading is probably quite creative, business, professional life for you. It may pertain to a relationship. For the majority of you, I think it isn't. But we do then pivot into relationships here, and we have what I recognize as kind of the soul family, soul group, soul mate card here. Okay, these are the people that you vibe with on a spiritual level, that your soul recognizes each other, you know, that kind of energy. But you've got it here with the interference card. Ooh. Well, let's see what the interference is. Spirit, how is that interference being? Oh, the Tower, which you've actually had twice in this reading. You'll see it again shortly. So the interference is coming in the collapsing of things that should otherwise be well established here. So it's like I said, you are really working on your foundations. You're working on getting things straight, but whatever it is that you've missed, Aries, it is leading to, rather than the building up of this energy, it has to collapse. So it feels like a starting over, starting over, starting over. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from this. You then have the Devil card. Hi. You got the Devil card. Don't be afraid of my sound effects, making it a little dramatic. With the Prince of Cups, or Knight of Cups, is it? Which would be the Knight? Yeah, Prince of Cups in reverse. The Devil is therefore blocking you from moving forward on your soul path in a really purposeful way, it feels like here, because there is something around connecting with your soul group. There is something around sirens. This is a hilarious reading. There's something around what transforms, what changes in your life, what opens up, what is possible for you when you have made those really, I don't want to call them fated per se, but those kind of destined or like ordained or God intended connections with people that set you on the right path or open up certain things. You know, for me, I know that a specific engagement, encounter with a certain person or couple of people really led to me doing this kind of work. So it's that kind of thing, like something that puts you on the right road. But if you're never making these connections because you keep having to start over, rebuild, you know, the energy is really an energy, maybe not even a specific relationship, but the energy is collapsing before it comes into culmination, then that is the Devil standing in the doorway, blocking you from moving forward according to your soul path here, Aries. If you're watching on Instagram, this was going to go over 10 minutes, so you can follow the rest of the reading on my YouTube channel, Leona Nicole Black. And of course, I didn't say before, I'm going to be doing an extended, so you can watch the extended at nicoleblack.com/extended. And the link to that will be in the description box. Okay, so I pulled a little more here, and what you actually got, and I was like, ay. You got the Hermit card and the Ten of Swords in reverse. And the message, Aries, is that if you don't take stock, if you don't take a pause, if you don't, this is Virgo energy, go back over something, look at the details, slow down, fine tooth comb. Is that the phrase? Like really pay attention to what's happening. You will end up in this Ten of Swords energy. It's only potential right now. You don't have to go into this, but you will fall or fail in your eyes, or feel betrayed, or miss something, or end up in a difficult situation. This reading is really an indication to you to watch out for potholes. It's like a redirection of a possible unnecessary challenge ahead. And when I clarified it, it came up with the Tower card and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So both of these are reversed, don't have to happen. The Tower card in reverse is like I said, you've had it already. This would be a painful revelation, a shocking revelation. It is something that shakes you in the core. It is a, why didn't I get that before? Why didn't I listen before? Why didn't I understand before? So I'm going to pick up in the extended the Tower card as well, and just see what's going on in that specific energy. What are you being diverted from, and how? But yes, here it's like there is a need for closer inspection, so you don't have to have this experience, because the Queen of Wands is really, this is the feminine principle, the feminine energy of the fire element, which you are. And you're in your masculine energy right now with all of this, like, push, make it happen, be out in the world, with the sun energy, the externalization of your hopes, dreams, wishes, your thoughts, your plans, your intentions. But there is the missing piece of the Queen of Wands, which is intuition, which is the spiritual path, the purposefulness, the listening to God, the checking in with spirit. Well, all of that stuff, you need to come back to your spiritual basics if you do not want to experience this. So I asked for some advice for you, for those of you who are not coming to the extended, to just go deeper on the message, just some basic advice that you can use to take you forward for the next few weeks. And you got the Knight of Swords. You got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, though, which you prefer it like this, let's be honest. You got the Magician card. You got the Lovers, a favorite of mine. You got the Seven of Swords, and you got it with the Sun in reverse. So what's the messages here? Really, Aries, the message is that you need to take quicker action. Okay, now that you've had this warning, you need to make swift action on that. Get into action, go back, look over things. Like I said in the extended, I'll give you some pointers about what areas of your life this may be in. But for those of you, use your own intuition, inspect where have you missed something, what's been coming to you that you kind of need to pay more attention to here. The Knight of Pentacles is asking you not to be slow and methodical. Okay, you need to address this swiftly. You can't plan, think, oh, what way up could it be? You need the precision here, and you need to get to the root of something very, very fast. Now, I think a lot of this actually, Aries, has to do with actually just bringing back in more purposefulness, more intention, more spirit really into what you're doing, whether it's work or relationship or family, because this is the Magician card here, Gemini energy, Mercury, really speaking to understanding the different layers, different realms. Okay, how we can seeing the veil, seeing beyond the veil, seeing, but in a different way to the High Priestess. It's like, how can we take spiritual principles, spiritual technologies in order to create and impress ourselves upon this world here? So it's like not so much making things happen by force, by human will and effort alone, but by understanding and realigning yourself with purposefulness, and remembering that you are here for a reason, and getting to the root of what that currently is for you now. It doesn't even have to be a big overarching life purpose if you don't know it. It can be what's required of me in this moment. What's the most purposeful thing I can be doing this week? You know, if that's what it comes down to, Aries, that's what it comes down to. Because the Lovers card here is choosing the highest path, choosing the path of ascension, choosing the path of soul growth, choosing the path of personal development, choosing the path that brings you closer to God and closer to integrating the other parts of yourself, masculine and feminine, which then is reflected in the world. If you are unable to do that, Aries, you will find yourself in this position, underhanded, cutting corners, it feels like, dealing with tricky energy, attracting dodgy situations, to be honest, attracting some odd, just some things you don't want, and you don't want to have to deal with. You don't want to have to go this long way around by dealing with unnecessary karma, unnecessary difficulty, unnecessary challenge, which will ultimately lead you here, sun setting in the reverse here. This is not the fulfillment, this is not fruition, this is not what you want. You know, the sun is exalted in Aries, I believe. It is where it likes to be. It is strengthened in you. And I feel like there is a need to course correct, is really the word, get back on track, so that you can see the fruition, the culmination, the see this coming to being. So like I said, I'm going to go into the extended now, and I'm going to go a level deeper for those of you really committed to your spiritual growth, so we can really dig deep and make sure that you're getting what you need in terms of your development over the next few weeks on a spiritual level. And you can watch that at NicoleBlack.com/extended. Aries, I hope I get to see you at ASTROMIXER next week Friday. Tickets at NicoleBlack.com/shop. And if not, I will see you for your general reading next month. Mwah! Love you.